What's up, heroes? Hazard back with another video. Today, I want to talk to you all things Star Wars The Force Awakens. But before we get into that, I'll remind you all that we have this badass giveaway going on with an Elgato HD60. If you don't know the details, check out this video right here. Alright, so it's been 7 days since The Force Awakens hit theaters, and if you haven't seen it yet, you're doing it wrong. Before we fully dive in, I want to give a shout out to the Mrs. May. This is her awesome new clothing line. If you want to order one of these badass shirts, check the description below for all of her details, and she'll be able to fill you in on where you can get one of your own. Alright, The Force Awakens. Man, what an awesome movie. I was really afraid going into it that J.J. Abrams was just gonna fuck it up with his style. Made it feel like a real Star Wars movie, and I loved it. I put it second on my list right now, right behind Empire. But at the end of the day, Force Awakens left me with a ridiculous number of questions. First and foremost being on my mind, who is Snoke? Who is Snoke? All right, if we break it down and look at Snoke, we can tell that he is a Mun. Not a lot of Muns in history that have been Force sensitive. There's only one that comes to mind, and he kind of falls in line directly with Snoke's character, and that was Palpatine's mentor himself, Darth Plagueis. There was a novel written about Darth Plagueis. You can see it right here. You can look at his face where he's training Palpatine. There's a lot of information in this novel that kind of coincides with what we see here in The Force Awakens. The first being the fact that if you look at in the movie, a major portion of Snoke's jaw is missing right here. If you read the stories from Darth Plagueis, you'll learn that when Palpatine was training to become a Sith Lord, there's a lightsaber accident and he cut off a major portion of Plagueis' jaw. Following that, when he made his full rise to being a Sith Lord, he murdered his master. But for everyone who remembers, back in episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, he did make the allusion to the fact that his master, Darth Plagueis, had learned how to defy death. So maybe, after all this time, Plagueis has returned, defying death, to prove to us that he is a true master of the dark side. One of the other things that really kind of caught me off guard, whether or not Finn is Force sensitive. It would explain a lot, to be honest. The fact that he's gone through all this brainwashing and was still able to retain his consciousness and then eventually develop a conscience. The fact that he's able to actually wield a lightsaber with relative skill and go toe-to-toe, sort of, with Kylo Ren kind of speaks to the fact that he's Force sensitive after all. Speaking of Kylo Ren, what's this guy's deal? He's the son of Han and Leia. He's a giant whiny baby, but at the end of the day, he's got a fucking army behind him called the Knights of Ren that we didn't even get to see. What is the deal with the Knights of Ren? How has it changed the dynamic for Sith Lords? For the past millennia, Sith have evolved this entire concept of one and one, a master and apprentice. However, it looks like Supreme Leader Snoke is allowing Kylo Ren to have his own army of Sith apprentices, the Knights of Ren. But we didn't really get to see them. We got a quick glimpse of them in a flashback where they're hunting down Luke, but that's all. Are they really gonna make a huge appearance in episode 8? I really hope so. One of the other things that really kind of caught me off guard was Maz and the fact that she had Luke's saber. Not just Luke's saber, but Luke's saber that was given to him by ObiWan Kenobi in A New Hope.
I have something here for you. Your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough, but your uncle wouldn't allow it. He feared you might follow old Obi-Wan on some damn fool idealistic crusade like your father did.
Sir, if you'll not be needing me, I'll close down for a while.
Sure, go ahead. What is it?
Your father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the Old Republic, before the dark times.
Not only did she have the saber, but she actually had the chest that Obi-Wan Kenobi had in his hut on Tatooine. That's a huge thing because the last time that we saw the saber, it was when Luke got his hand chopped off by Darth Vader, and it fell through Cloud City onto the surface of Bespin. Another question we have is, who the fuck are Rey's parents? I mean, seriously, the entire Star Wars cinematic universe has been focused around the Skywalker family. Is Rey a Skywalker? Have they diverged from that? Maybe she's Luke's daughter, maybe she's not. In the flashback scene when there's a ship leaving the planet, abandoning Rey on Jakku, it kind of looks like a Jedi Consular ship. And the only person who would really have access to a Jedi Consular ship at that time is Luke himself. Speaking of Luke, What the fuck's his deal? He has one trainee turn on him, kill all his other apprentices, and then turns back into a whiny baby and goes into hiding. What's his deal? Also, the thing that I really want to know is what's he been doing at the first Jedi Temple for the last 20 years? Out of all of the places he could have gone to hide, he went to the very first Jedi Temple on an island on a planet that no one's ever seen, has been waiting there for someone to come find him for 20 years. It's obvious that he was waiting because he could have gone into a deeper hiding than that somewhere in the Outer Rim. But instead, he sat there and waited. Who's he been talking to? What's he been doing there? What's he been communing with? Is he coming back to the fight? When Rey holds out that lightsaber, oh God, the number of questions that she's actually asking, train me, come back to the fight. Will you stand against the dark side? Will you stand against Snoke? It's immeasurable how much pressure that's putting on Luke right there. And the last thing I want to touch on today was what the fuck is up with the New Order? Seriously? They fire the Starkiller weapon, blow up Coruscant. I don't think a lot of people have realized the gravity of that. They destroyed Coruscant, the home of the Republic, the home of the Senate, where the Republic fleet is, the seat of power in the galaxy. That's a major deal. From what it felt like to me, the New Order is kind of like a big terrorist cell trying to gain foothold in the galaxy, and in one foul swoop, they actually just removed every piece of opposition that they could have had outside the Resistance. And if we take a look at Poe's face when he first lands on the Star Destroyer, they're not prepared to fight that kind of a war. Yeah, the Resistance landed a pretty good win for themselves by destroying Starkiller Base, but at the end of the day, the New Order didn't care. It's not like planetary or galaxy destruction weapons are that hard to come by in the Star Wars universe. In addition to that, they already accomplished their goal. They already got the bang for the buck. They already removed every opposing power from the galaxy. Man, episode 8 is going to be amazing, and I can't wait for it. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe if you like the video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.